let's just talk about how things would solve everything if we just give each other a fucking hug and just let each other know that we are fucking there for each other. We don't need to go to them. Do you not fucking know how soothing it is for a mother to tell her adult child that it's going to be okay? That we are going to get through this and not listen to, oh, that's life. Do you not know what the fuck that could do to a child? Oh my God, y'all, I'm sick of these old school ass fucking parents. And you know what else I'm sick of? Bitch, I'm sick of hearing people talking about something. If my child did some fucked up shit, they gonna have to get the fuck out. They stand up under my roof, or I'ma whoop their ass. So you gonna beat your child? Bitch, ain't you already depressed from those beatings that your mommy and your daddy gave your ass? And you still about 40 and fucking 30? Still fucked up? So you mean to tell me you gonna beat your child? I won't be disappointed if your child throw your ass in the fucking nursing home. Matter of fact, not even that. Leave your ass rotting in that motherfucking house that they grew up in. Listen. Okay. Shit. Bitch. Cause me personally, I don't play that shit. All them little petty asses, motherfucking check-ins that these mothers said that they gave the fucking father, for the father to be beating up on a damn child like that child's a grown-ass fucking man. Prime example. Watch the Jackson 5s on fucking Tubi and you will see what the fuck I'm talking about. Bitch, let me find out. The nigga that I had a baby with is beating on my fucking child. I swear to God. I swear to y'all, white Jesus is up there in the fucking air. I put that shit on his motherfucking soul and his kids, so bitch, on y'all. It's up.
All verse rising, soul family. All verse rising. With this Uncle Life topic, I'm going to tell you this. Shout out to Kennybeess on TikTok when she's spoken about how parents who beat their children. Man, bro, that is sad. Parents who beat their children literally have the slave owner syndrome effect. You know, okay, when you look at these European slave owners during slavery, you know, those parents who had children after they got done through slavery, they let what the slave owners did to them be the major part of their life, because the parents who beat their children had not healed themselves to get back into their original forms so they can love their children properly. Because there's been way too many parents, especially in the Western societies, there's been way too many parents who had children and they beat their children and they never talk things out with their children to help their children comprehend things on a metaphysical and etc. spiritual levels in existence. And they just beat their children for nothing, man. And you notice, man, like so many children literally be so scarred for life and be traumatized for life, to be afraid to talk to people, be afraid to have emotional attraction connections with another man or another woman. You know what I'm saying? All because the parents that were abusive had beat their own children. Now, you have a lot of abusive parents that come from the Jezebel demon realm, who were like sent by the demon realm slave owners to traumatize children that are chosen ones, to try to scar that chosen one child for being the best versions of themselves, man. And shout out to all the individuals who had abusive parents and they actually grow into their godly powers as a goddess and a god star of this multiverse. You know, shout out to you all who went through that adversity and you didn't let the parents that beat you and abuse you to be who you are. Because let me tell you something, the parents who beat their children, they literally let these European slave owners who whipped them and beat them in slavery make who they are, right? Like these parents, these baby boomers and things like that tell their children, you know, oh, that's life. Suck it up, toughen up. That's that slave owner mindset, that slave owner syndrome mindset. I'm glad Kennybeess has spoken about this, because let me tell you something. You know, with the Unc Life symbol that I have right here, the Unc Life symbol, a lot of men and women who had children, a lot of the men and women that represented Unc Life back in ancient times, and the ones up to now, the men and women who represent Unc Life, they nurture their children with soulful vibrational intelligence and love. That's how these mom and dads are supposed to groom their children. You groom your children with soulful vibrational intelligence and love, so that way that child grows up in each new age that they reach, whether they become 27 years of age, 28 years young, 39 years young, 49 years young. You know, that child is gonna always come think that mom and dad that nurtured them with soulful vibrational intelligence and love, instead of beating them, because the children who grow up to hate their parents, just think about that, y'all. Just think about that. The children who literally grew up to hate their parents is because their abusive parents had beat them all the time. And that's why they be like, oh, I don't talk to my father, or I don't talk to my mother, because my father and mother, you know, they had that slave owner mindset. You had to feel for those individuals who grew through that adversity. And now for the children that, you know, love their father and love their mother because their father and mother had never beat them, and they always talk things with them to make sure they have a great understanding of everything in existence, instead of beating them for not knowing anything. Come on, man. Those type of parents, those type of mom and dads are way better than the mom and dads who are just abusive and just beat their children just because that child didn't understand anything. Imagine just beating somebody, abusing somebody just because that child did not understand the dangers of something, and you just beat them without talking to them. Now also verbal abuse exists too. Like, you can't be verbally abusing children. Like, there, you know, all these baby boomer parents out here who like went through slavery with the European slave owners that whipped them, and then they take it out on their own children. Those baby boomer parents, man, like, they're the most corrupt parents of all time, because they let what slave owners did affect the baby boomers. So now the baby boomers put it on their children. Whether that child was a millennial or from Generation Z. Like, come on, man. That don't make no sense. It never made no sense to me why, you know, you had parents who beat their children for nothing. That's because, like, it's a sin to beat your children. It's a sin to beat. It's literally a sin to beat the children that you birth. It's a sin to beat the children that come from your cells, from your genetics, your genes. Like, literally, man. A lot of the baby boomer parents, like, they don't get that, man. You know? So Kennybeess, she brought up so many key points in her video topic. That's all I'm going to say on this topic right here.